Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lee, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another favorites video, but more so a plants I've been loving for the month of December video. Alright y'all, so this video is going to be similar to the last one, where basically all I got is really just Hoya and Anthurium to talk about, but I didn't want to OD. I'm actually staring into my cabinet from right here, and wow, the Anthurium are doing their biggest one. But that said, I have been really excited by some of my more like problem Hoyas this month. So I'm really excited to share how they doing, put y'all up on it, and just show you the plants. And then also with my Anthurium, getting seedlings is really exciting because when you first get them, you're not fully sure where they're gonna take it. And each new leaf brings like a little bit of wonder, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start off with the Hoya because I have to. I really have to. Okay, this first Hoya that I got is one that I really didn't think she was gonna make it. And honestly and truly, I don't even know if she's gonna continue to make it, but I had to memorialize that I finally grew a leaf. I finally grew a leaf on the Irina from Plant Haven, Toronto. She has healthy roots. You see that? She got healthy roots in there. Oh my goodness. We don't have a growth point right now. You know, I'm not really sure where we're gonna take it. Considering this leaf grew, I'm not really sure what the next steps are gonna be for her. I'm really not. I'm not excited about the idea of potentially chopping it because it looks a little bit, we could acknowledge that it looks a little bit weird, but she had to be in the favorites, and she's one that I've been watching because I swore when I started seeing the leaf come off, I said, no, it's not gonna keep going. It's not gonna expand. It's not. And it did. And she might not be the best looking leaf ever. You know, she's really not the best looking leaf ever. But I grew her, you know? She doesn't look quite like this. But I grew something on this plant. I done lost the other half. I almost lost this one. Roots rot, didn't grow, roots didn't do. So to finally have a leaf is really, it's really incredible. It's really amazing. I have nothing else to say. The only thing that changed was that I keep this plant way more moist, like more on the moist side. I don't necessarily let it dry out fully. And then I also have been giving it a lot more light, hence why you see it's looking a little bit red right here. That's not edema. I have other leaves that come out like this that are close to the grow light, and they do expand to green and then eventually sun stress, but it's, I promise, not edema. But I just had to show this one because we don't know if she's gonna keep being on the channel. But y'all let me know what y'all think I should do. I feel like when this leaf hardens off, I probably should, you know, chop this and then give it a chance to regrow with only having the one node, because this gap is never gonna fill. Well, that's a lie. Never say never, but it's gonna take a minute to fill out, and I'm not really into this look that it's giving. All right, for this next Hoya, it has fully been in my favorites before, but I had to run it back. So it was in my favorites because it had a peduncle. And then off camera, what y'all didn't know is that because the peduncle was growing into the cup, it tried to bloom a few times and it just never could. And then it just literally shriveled off. I didn't even know that they do that, but it literally shriveled off. It's gone. So that peduncle came after it had gave me these two leaves right here. But then recently I noticed, I said, oh shoot, it's giving me two more new leaves. Oh my gosh, I'm finally getting a little something come out this pot. And if you look closely, you can see that she's working on giving me two more down there and another peduncle that's gonna be over the pot. So I'm very, very happy about this. I'm really excited about this one. I have kept keeping it moist. I think with Hoya, I always get nervous about like completely changing substrates, so I don't do it. I do think that when this gets like significantly more, like I don't think it probably could handle a repot, but I don't think it needs a repot yet or an up pot. When it gets more, you know what I'm saying, spirally. When I do up pot it, I will make sure that the mix that surrounds it is not gonna be as chunky as this, just so that it maintains moisture. Because I do find that this one does like, shout out to y'all in the comments, this one does like to remain moist. And keeping it moist is probably what led me to get this growth that I'm getting. Because again, you have to understand, it was a tiny little BB. And it seems like she's trying to put something else out on this other side here, which is kind of cool. So if you look into the, oh my God, Right over there, you can see, where you see that white dot, she's trying to put out another growth point. And I feel like that's exciting. I don't know if it really needs to do that, but if that's what it want to do, I'm gonna let it do its thing. But it's been doing well, and I thought I was gonna experience like light bleaching and the leaves getting chlorotic or like just faded and lime green, because I put it on my new Vitstro that has the Vitstro Tall that has more, like, a few barinas on it. But it's doing okay underneath that much light, which is also telling me that those miscellaneous lights I had on my original Hoya shelves must have been very, very strong, because it was bleaching out underneath those. But yeah, she's doing great. I'm really excited about her, and I hope she keeps on this path, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I really, really, really do want to smell the bloom and see the little star. I really do. Speaking of stars, speaking of shooting stars, speaking of stars in general, I have another Hoya multiflora. I don't even think I told y'all the last one. That was my Hoya multiflora javanica tie splash. But anywho, this one here is my Hoya multiflora outer variegated. Not the hand, stop shaking. Okay, this is the Hoya multiflora outer variegated. Now I know y'all see those bottom leaves and you like, baby, this the one? Listen, these two down here, these were the prop leaves. They were not doing well in that prop bin. I think the light was too hot, something was off. These next two leaves, they suffered the same fate in the prop bin. But look at the two new leaves that I got out here in the ambient world. I'm loving it. And also another peduncle. I'm loving it. Come on, focus up on the peduncle. I'm so excited about this peduncle. Don't get up on my nail polish now. Don't get up on my nail polish. Be easy on me. But anywho, this one is doing well. It's also in a much thicker mix. I can't remember if I had took it upon myself to just make it thicker, or if I also put tree fern. I don't remember what I potted this thing into. I just know I remember being like, okay, this thing most definitely needs to stay moist, and I put it in a denser mix. And that's really been that. That way I don't have to be nervous about it drying out every week, because I promise you, when it comes to my Hoyas, I'm not going to water them. I don't even check on them every single day. I check on them every few days. I think the plants that I check on, you know, every day I'm gonna just get up on them, make sure I look at the dirt a little bit, is like my begonias and then my Anthurium. The Hoyas though, I'm like, they gonna make it the week. At the very minimum, they gonna make it the week. And I feel like having this in a more dense mix allows it to make it the week. Because honestly, her sister, the Javanica, she do be like, girl, I think you should check on me a little bit more. You should. But things are going well with her. You know, she's finally looking up, and this is looking up too. And when I finally one day get the green one, the collection will be complete, because wow, very excited. I didn't think I was going to be able to quickly see nice leaves, and I can't wait for it to put out a little bit more. It's putting the peduncle, and I can see the growth. The growth is active at the top. The growth point is activated. So hopefully it puts out 2 more leaves soon, because I think if I get 2 more leaves at minimum, then I could take off these bottom ones down here. I probably could just take these bottom ones off now, because honestly, I don't like ugly leaves. So I might take the bottom yellow ones off. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that as soon as this video is over. I just don't want to get up to go get it, but we're gonna take Miss Yella and Miss Yellower off. All right, so this next plant is my Hoya UT073. Now, when I first got this plant did nothing, and then it did more nothing, and it did a lot of nothing. So I got it, and it must have had like 3 leaves. In fact, this is the newest leaf that it gave me down here. It finally like activated an old leaf that wasn't there, growth point something, on this other vine. That said, when I first got the plant, it did nothing, and then it did nothing again. And then I did not know enough about Hoyas when I had first got it, and I was looking up on stuff, and they were saying if it's flat, you got flat mites, if you're seeing the cauliflower growth, this, that, the third, the other. When you first see your first peduncle, if you don't know what you're looking for, you could mess your life up like I did. So I thought that there was like a growth coming out, but they said like, you know how they mentioned like, oh, if it's cauliflower growth, it looks like that, but the peduncle itself looked a little bit like a piece of cauliflower. I don't know how to explain it. It looked weird. And I was really listening strongly to them people of Reddit. So when I saw it, they said, that's flat mites. I chopped it off. Upon further inspection and upon looking it up a little bit more, it turns out it was a peduncle. The plant was putting out a peduncle. It had never put out not one leaf, but it was putting out a peduncle. Now, shortly after that chop, I actually did, because let me show you, where did I chop this plant back at? So I chopped it all the way. Okay, now that I'm seeing, when you look in, you're going to be able to see where I chopped it. Not me, can't remember. Okay, so you see there's like the little brown twig. I chopped it back there. And then on this other side, I also chopped off the growth. Because in my mind, there were flat mites. And I didn't have sulfur. I didn't have any of that stuff. I just said, I'm going to just spray it with my little spray with the oil and hope that it get it together. A few weeks later, it shot out this vine. Vine literally grew faster than I didn't even know the vine could grow so fast. Then I'm thinking it's going to really do its big one. It starts putting out mad leaves at once. It probably gave me 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. Yep. It gave me these 4 leaves in all at once in a short period of time, and then put out a peduncle. This peduncle has never bloomed. Never, not once. In fact, this plant really technically should have been the first plant of mine to bloom. And even when I look at the peduncle at the tip, it just looks dry. Like it looked like it done tried and tried and it tried again and it can't get it. But that said, it did nothing again after that. Like probably, so that must have happened maybe in April or May. So I got the plant in early Feb. It didn't do anything until around end of April, May. And then it didn't do anything again all summer, nothing. All the way up until the very end of fall, where it put out this leaf right here that y'all can see, which I really, really like. This one is cute. And then it gave me this dark one right down here. And I said, finally. And then it started growing a vine. And then I think I had to do something. I changed up where it was supposed to be at. And then, you know, that messed it up a little bit. So this part shriveled off, but it quickly shot out the next part. So there's hope. There's hope yet. And I can see below, like throughout the stem, there are different points where like growth points are getting activated. So we'll see what it continues to do. But this leaf has reinstilled hope for me, because I actually was wondering to myself, like, why do you have this plant? But then when this leaf came, I said, that's why you have this plant. This is why. I also love that with Hoyas, you can literally have a leaf like this. This looks like a different plant to me than like this lighter green leaf. Like I wouldn't think they're on the same plant. But yeah, I'm excited about this plant because it's finally doing something, and because it has an active growth point. Because what happened when I had its first growth spurt, it grew and then the growth point just sat there in limbo. Like the vine did not get longer, short, it didn't shrivel, it just limbo for a minute. So I don't know what I did differently. I'm really not even sure, but I'm excited about it. I'm thinking about it and getting these 2 leaves. What did I do differently? You know what I did? I changed the lights because of the great short, I had changed the lights on my other Hoya shelves to Varenas. And I'm wondering if the reduction in strength of the light helped it to grow. I'm really not sure. I can't really be sure with y'all, but I'm excited about this one. And I do need to snip this off because I almost thought there was a situation happening here on this little wrinkled off part, but I'm gonna snip that off after. All of these right here will get a little tender love and care from me real quick. Okay, the final Hoya I have is my Hoya clemensiorum that also needs water, but I just have to say, y'all, she put out, look at these leaves. Look at this. I'm finally getting, oh my God, I'm gonna have a trellis, and the back is so soft. I love this plant. I love this plant so bad, and I'm just so excited because it literally just grew these 3 new leaves for me. I think it's even 4. Oh no, one of those shriveled off, but it just grew these 3 new leaves for me. It has an active growth point. What more can I ask for right now? What more can I ask for? I'm gonna have a trellis of clemensiorum. I do want to know though, how long does it take for them to size up, and are there different kinds of clemensiorum? So will this one be one that kind of stays small? Is that probably dependent on the amount of light I'm giving it? Because this leaf right here is like the longest one I have. These ones didn't get quite as long either, but they are a lot closer to the grow lights. It's currently, these leaves all expanded on my Vitro wide. Is that what it is? The short wide Vitro. They all expanded on that, and they're underneath two 10-watt Barinas. So I think they're getting at minimum 400 foot candles, but probably about 5, maybe 6, you know. And the ones getting close to it, probably 1,000. I ain't gonna lie, because it does get really, really bright underneath them. And when I tested it and I left the light meter just like flat on the surface, like on the shelf of the Vitro, it would be at like 300-400. So you know when the plant is higher up, the more you move upwards, the more light it's getting. So maybe that will help. Maybe that's not. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But I'm just really excited because I'm gonna have a trellis of clemensiorum. And who would have thought? Who would have thought? Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Anthurium that I'm really excited about. I have 4 seedlings and 1 big boy to show y'all today. Now, I'm most excited about the big boy, so I'm gonna show that one last. Let me start off with the Anthurium that has surprised me the most this month, because if I'm being really honest with y'all, I thought this plant was gonna die. I thought it was gonna yellow, crisp up, it was not gonna make it. And now I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful, which is very good. Like, you're supposed to feel hopeful in this hobby. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Now, this is my Anthurium luxurians crossed with a crystallinum. So instead of it being like a crystal lux, it's a lux crystal. Which I'm kind of appalled that they would do that, because the more I'm learning about hybridizing, don't luxurians take like a year to, you know what I'm saying? Why would they do that? But anywho, let me show y'all. These were the leaves that I initially had got the plant with. Ooh, you don't want to, okay, there we go. And you see how it was yellowing. I just knew when I started seeing that yellow, and I said, it's never gonna do anything good. It's gonna struggle for me. And if you know anything about my Pap Lux, still, that plant is still putting me through it. But then it put these out right here. And I'm realizing that at some point when I get courage, I could separate these two out, and I probably should separate them out from each other so they're not necessarily like fighting. But this was, when I was potting it up, I don't know if this was in the video, but when I was potting this up, because I actually repotted it as soon as I got it, what I noticed was that instead of it being like 2 different plants, it was like an offset. But I was like, dang, this is so small to have like pushed off a little, you know what I'm saying, a little friend so early. So I didn't want to do that. But whenever I do repotting, once this takes over like the substrate, I will definitely separate them. But I did just want to show y'all, look how cute these leaves are. And they're not fully hardened off yet. This one is like firm, but this one is still a little bit soft. So they're not fully there, but just look how cute they are. And it's darkening up, which is making me so excited. Look how like bumpy. Oh, and then there's the little pink sinus. I love it. I love everything about this. I'm so excited. I'm saying I don't know what I did differently. I do. I actually kept this one consistently moist. I never, ever, ever, ever let this one dry out. And I never let it experience, I don't want it to experience too many changes, essentially. So you'll see this is definitely moist. I wouldn't water this now, but there are roots. Let me just make sure I show y'all. The roots are good in there. They growing out the bottom, they good. And I rest it here, not in a reservoir, but just like once I water it, I don't really like drench. Like I'll water it and then leave it, and it'll soak up that little tiny twips that's left. But with this, I do probably water this. This is gonna sound wild, when I feel like it. Like, so not every day when I feel like it, but for example, if I go into my tent, if I go into my cabinet after a week and I open it up and I'm like, what's up in here? If I lift this and it doesn't feel too heavy, or if I look at the top and it doesn't look dark, like the substrate, I want it to always look dark. It's potted in like a tree fern mix, and it's already gonna be dark because it's hella charcoal in here. But if it doesn't look dark or the sides don't look moist, then I'll just give it a little something. And I found that that's working for me, okay? I have stopped getting the yellowing. You know, the yellowing did not expand, because I do think that a part of that is edema from it drying out and then sucking up water and then drying out. But yeah, this leaf, I can't wait to see what it looks like when it keeps getting bigger. This is so exciting. And then the size jumps were also pretty solid, especially for me to not have put it into too big of a pot either. Okay, the next seedling that I have that I'm excited about is my, what is this? Okay, so the next seedling that I have that I'm excited about is my AOS Carla by Pap T1 that I got from Phyto Rot. This was actually part of like my first Phyto Rot order. So when I first got it, the biggest leaf that I had was this right here. And as you can see, you obviously can't really tell where it's gonna take it. We still don't know, but this is the newest leaf right here. And I feel like we're starting to get a clue. We've got a little vein in the middle. We see the little, I feel like it's trying to say that it's gonna have the little ears, like they're not as close together right here. You know what I'm saying? So it might take on that pap vibe. It's definitely not, it's definitely obviously not giving any like heavy Carla anything, but I'm wondering if it's going to have like some more venation with the next leaf. Like, will it do that? Will it not? I also noticed how long the leaf is getting. That's exciting. I love a long leaf, but I just am excited because I didn't even know what to expect from how this would look. And I'm just excited to see what it's giving. I am trying to figure out what I probably should do because all three of the plants that it's crossed with, they should be dark. So I'm wondering where I should place it to ensure that it gets dark or is allowed to get dark, because one of my seedlings, I did place it strategically in my rootstock cabinet to make sure that it's not getting like blasted OD with light. So we'll see, because this one was getting like pretty much a good amount of light, but it's looking real cute. Honestly, it's looking real cute. I love it. I love it. And if I could just get it to be darker, we will really be cooking with grease at this point. All right, so this is the point where y'all laugh at me, because I literally just said something about the King of Spades and people talking about the King of Spades growing 2 leaves a year, and here I am showing you my King of Spades. So I had to pull her out. Now let me tell you why, because I'm about to rant again. I'm about to ramble. I'm not ranting, I'm about to ramble. Epic rambling, just blah, 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 blah. I'm about to ramble. Now, I potted this up. Did I do this on camera? If it wasn't on camera, it was supposed to be. I think it was on camera, and it had the new, yes, it was. And it had the emerging leaf. And they always say, don't change the pot. Don't touch the plant. New leaf, don't do it. I did it, and look at the new leaf. She's even starting to get the vibe. She's really getting the vibe. She getting chunky. She getting round, and look at her veining. Oh, look at her little ears crawl, you know what I'm saying, overlapping. Oh my God, stop it. And you know what she's doing down here? Busting up to do another one. Again, real swole, because she's gonna put another baby leaf out. So what do we really, you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all really talking about when y'all say don't do that? Because I don't understand. Because as I'm looking at this plant right here, and she's so round. Oh my God, this is so exciting. She's so cute. I can't wait for her to keep growing. I'm so excited for this next leaf. I don't think y'all understand. I had to bring her out here because, one, she was proof that anything is possible. It's not that deep when you're, you know what I'm saying, changing it and a leaf is coming out. It's still unfurled or expanded properly, and it's looking cute, and it's even looking so cute that it made it to the favorites, and it's gonna put out another leaf soon. So now I'm just here like, who can I trust? Because y'all said that the plant don't grow. Maybe it's that at this stage King of Spades grows a little bit, but once it gets a little bit, you know what I mean, once it get, oh my God, it's even, and I don't even think y'all can see this, but there's like red within, it's the sign, like the veining itself is red. It's literally, this camera is the ops, but anyway, oh my God, it's so cute. I'm so excited. The color of the veins, yeah. But the fact that it's gonna put out another leaf, I literally got this plant in November. I got it in November, little baby seedling. She popped a new leaf, and she's gonna pop another new leaf. And I love that for me. I love that for me so bad. And also, I was slightly nervous when I first put it in here, but the roots took off as they typically do in tree fern. So I love that for me. They're doing very well, very, very swell. All right, y'all, the final seedling that I have to show y'all before I show my big boy. This is the one that I was saying I moved it back and I strategically placed it, which I feel like allowed me to get like this dark leaf. If you look at the leaf that came before, it definitely was dark, but I feel like not quite as dark. Like you can literally see, stay away from me. There we go. If I put both of them side by side, you can see one is a little bit more green and one has a little bit more darkness to it. That could be maturity, that could have been the lighting. I'm really not sure, because even look, when it focuses on it, it gets real dark. This one, it still has a hint of green, but I don't know. I'm just so excited about this plant. I need to tell y'all what it is, don't I? This is a Magnificum crossed with an AOS Carla, and this is a sensational cross. This is the AOS Carla crossed with the Pap T1. You can see, like, they don't look the same. They don't look the same, but I do think that whatever happened with this specific seedling that I got, I like it a lot. And I am just so excited about it. She is growing dark. I love like the veination that's coming out. And I feel like she's taking on a lot of the traits of many of the parents. So specifically, I think the AOS and Carla is coming out heavy. I don't see a lot of the Magnificum yet, but she is working on a new leaf right here. Oh, does she want to be perceived? Probably not. She's working on a new leaf, and what I do like too is she does take on like the red veins as she's emerging. So I'm really excited to see how she continues to do. But this one right here, I had to get y'all up on that because I'm doing that. And can you imagine when she gets bigger? I wonder like what her veination is gonna look like. I gotta keep you posted. But I'm just so excited. This one has really brought me a lot of joy, because I experimented, I pulled it back, and this is yet another one that I was like, I need to take it out this black pot. But again, by the time this one, I said, okay, it's finally hardened off, I looked and she had popped another leaf. I said, girl, oh my God. So with that being said, hopefully in the next 3 weeks, I'll be able to actually move it into something clear. My bad, y'all, my alarm went off. But hopefully at that point, it has a ton of roots, and that makes it so that I can put it in a real big pot so we can see real big size jumps. Because I'm not gonna hold you, every plant that I've done that to so far has definitely given me a significant size jump in the next leaf. So, and by every plant, I mean every Anthurium. But, so shout out to Alice, she knows what she's talking about. But I'm gonna go ahead, put this one down, because I gotta grab the grand finale plant, the grand finale Anthurium, my big mama. All right, y'all, for the grand finale, I gotta sit a little bit different. You could already see her. Do y'all remember when I first did that video and I said, I think I'm getting into the Anthurium, so I pulled out the forgetii hybrid? Well, it was a forgetii. They told me it was a forgetii grown from seed, right? Yeah, so this is what it was given, right, when I had first got it. You know, I went ahead, I did me a couple leaves. I did this one. Oh, I did that one. That was a big size jump. I said, wow, I was shocked. This size jump about the size of my head, I could not believe it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh. And y'all see it's next to my face. Oh. I'm an Anthurium girl now? I'm not an Anthurium girl. Y'all gonna tell me I can't do the Anthurium? Stop it. Stop it. Look at this leaf. And I know you got a little hole in it, but look at this leaf. And hear me out. The sinus is in fact fused. I think that they at least didn't lie about it being forgetii or something. But look how pretty she is. I wonder, oh my gosh. Do you see that? And she's not even fully hardened off. And let me tell you what's so incredible. I got an inflow coming out right there. It's another new leaf growing from the offset. The only thing that's killing me is how quickly this plant is taking over and rooting. This plant is rooted and tooted in here. You know? Let me even get y'all up on that. I put this plant into this giant thing. Let me see if y'all can see the roots. Y'all should be able to see. So maybe you can see them. Yeah, you can see the green roots and they swirl in the bottom. I got a little leca layer. Oh, listen. I really, I really listen to me. You know what I'm trying to say? When it comes to this plant, I listen to me. I decided to keep this plant moist. It is potted into a tree fern mix. It is very heavy. I gotta keep this leaf right here. And I decided to keep it more consistently moist. I did get the advice, maybe slow down on the water, blah, blah. And I say, you know what? I think the problem is not that I was overwatering or underwatering, but more like it wasn't as consistent as the plant would have needed. So instead, now when I water it, and now that there are roots swirling at the bottom, I leave a little tiny, like a centimeter of water that is sitting, not much. And when it soaked that up and the top is dry and I pick the pot, it's a little bit light, just a little bit, not fully light. You don't want it to be fully light now. I give it some water, but do you see how this leaf did? And honestly, this whole came because I decided initially, and that's why I say I gotta listen to myself. I decided that people said slow down the water, let me not OD, and I feel like it wasn't moist enough, It didn't have enough juice because remember, it's not that humid in the wintertime. But now that I kept it consistently moist, we didn't get no other holes. She's just out here doing well, doing swell, looking great. I love this plant. Y'all can't tell, I love her so much. She the highlight of my November, and now that it's still December, she's not hardened off. Y'all might could see her again. This is the highlight of, ooh, I grew that. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. All right, y'all. With that being said, those are the plants that I'm loving, the plants I'm excited about. I just wanted to share them with you. I don't even know if I should call this favorites or plants that they've been catching my eye, they've been making me feel something. Plants give me something I can feel, okay? Because at this point, I got too many favorites. I can't say each month. And also some things are consistent because that forgetii hybrid is gonna keep coming up. She's gonna keep coming up, absolutely, absolutely. But those are the ones that really did something for me in November, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do for me in December. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.